It's a beautiful day for the season opener. Everybody's a contender on opening day. Let's play ball. We're going to open the season in a little rain. The hometown fans would love to see a victory on opening day. It's opening day once again, and the players are hungry for a victory. The stage is set, the final cuts have been made, and this promises to be an exciting season. Both teams come in looking for the win on opening day. Welcome to baseball's Midsummer Classic, where the best of the best butt heads. The ballots have been cast, the fans have packed the house, and it's time for the annual All-Star Classic. It's time for the annual Midsummer Classic. Welcome to the All-Star Game. I wonder what the boys of summer have in store for us this year. Can clinch the title with a win today. Should they lose here, they have to watch the opponent celebrate the division title. This is a critical game for both teams. The winner has the inside track on the division title. Can clinch the title by winning today. Would love to clinch the title in front of the hometown fans. Are one step away from the long-awaited division crown. All eyes are on this game. Will the title be decided today? It's a beautiful day for today's game between the hometown fans are fired up for the game between. We've got a light breeze blowing through the park today. We've got a strong gusty wind for today's game between. The players love this warmer weather. We've got a light drizzle falling, but it shouldn't get in the way of the ball game. Every team wants to jump out of the box and be in first at the end of April. We're going to play this one with a little chill in the air. We're into the second month of the season. Even teams that got off to a slow start can get back into the race. It's a beautiful day for baseball. As the weather warms up, look for some performances to improve. We're going to play this one in a little light rain. It's very humid. Pitchers beware. Balls tend to jump off the bat in this kind of weather. We've had some rough weather lately. Let's hope it doesn't get in the way of today's game. We've got a capacity crowd on hand, and it's a beautiful day for baseball. It's a scorcher today. You have to wonder how the heat will affect the players. We have a fair sky with a few scattered clouds. The sky is clear, and it's a textbook perfect day for baseball. We've got a cool rain falling tonight, but you can bet it won't chill the fans one iota. As the mercury rockets off the thermometer, the players' conditioning becomes even more important. It's a beautiful day, but the bright sun could cause some problems for the outfielders. All the stars are out on this cloudless night. We've got a packed house here for today's game. With a soft breeze blowing, it's a perfect night for baseball. The sun is set and the sky has fallen dark. We're getting ready to come down the home stretch. With the season coming to a close, the race for the individual titles is heating up. We're into the final month of the season, and even the teams out of the race want to finish on a high note. It's a crisp fall night. We've got a sellout crowd on hand. The long, hot summer is over, and we're headed into the final weeks of the season. Where did the time go? It seems like only yesterday that the season started. There's a cool breeze blowing tonight. It's a hot and sticky night. The park is packed to capacity again today. It's a standing room only crowd. With a standing room only crowd, you can bet it's a good day to be a vendor. The temperature is rising, and so is the excitement level of the fans. We're approaching the midway point of the season, and hopes run high for the second half. We had some rain this morning, but the first pitch is still right on schedule. He looked good in BP today. Let's see if it carries over. He was tearing the cover off the ball before the game. I wonder if that trend will continue. He was murdering the ball in batting practice. You gotta wonder if he can do it now. His stroke looked good in BP. When we spoke earlier, he said he felt good. Let's see. After yesterday's blast, he could be heating up. After throwing a perfect game in his last outing, you'd have to say he's in great shape. He looks sharp after throwing the no-no in his last start. He looks tough after hurling a shutout in his last start. He looks strong after the complete game in his last outing. It looks like he's let down a little after throwing a perfect game. It looks like the no-hitter might have taken something out of him. After the shutout in his last start, he looks a little flat today. He might have gone an inning too long in his last outing. He looks a little rusty. He's not looking good. He said before the game today that he wasn't feeling 100%. He didn't seem focused earlier. He's not looking too good. I'm not sure what to expect. He's back from the DL. He's just been called up to the majors. Good luck. The pitcher, the catcher, the first baseman, the second baseman, the third baseman, the shortstop, the left fielder, the center fielder, the right fielder, the designated hitter, a 1-4-3 double play, a 3-6-3 double play, a 4-6-3 double play, a 5-4-3 double play, a 6-4-3 twin killing, a 1-5-4 double play, a 4-5-4 double play, a 6-5-4 double play, a 1-2-5 double play, a 3-2-5 double play, a 4-2-5 double play, a 5-2-5 twin killing, a 6-2-5 double play, a 1-2-3 double play, a 3-2-3 double play, a 4-2-3 double play, a 5-2-3 double play, a 6-2-3 double play, a 1-4-3 double play, a 3-6-3 double play, a 4-6-3 double play, a 5-4-3 double play, a 6-4-3 twin killing, a 1-5-4 double play, a 4-5-4 double play, a 6-5-4 double play, a 1-2-5 double play, a 3-2-5 double play, a 4-2-5 double play, a 5-2-5 twin killing, a 6-2-5 double play, a 1-2-3 double play, a 3-2-3 double play, a 4-2-3 double play, a 5-2-3 double play, a 6-2-3 double play. He steps on the bag and throws to second. He steps on the bag and throws to third. He steps on first and throws to home. He steps on the bag and throws to first. He steps on second and throws to third. He steps on the bag and throws to home. The shortstop steps on second and throws to first. He steps on the bag and throws to third. He steps on second and throws to home. He steps on third and throws to first. He steps on third and whips it to second. He steps on the bag and guns it home. The catcher steps on the plate and whips it to first. He steps on the plate and guns it to second. He steps on the plate and throws to third. He throws to home. He turns and throws to second. He turns and throws to third. They get the double play. Not in time. Double play. They just missed the double play. A great backhanded play. Nice running grab. A sweet sliding catch. He makes the circus catch. He makes the leaping grab. He gives chase, but it's out of play. Smash to first. Smoke to second. A hot shot to third. Rip to short. A hot shot back up the box. Makes the catch. Now that play could earn him a postseason award. Great play. That is a fine play. Nice play. That's a big league play. That was a great play. Wow! A grounder to first, a grounder to second, a roller to third, a grounder to short, bounced in front of the plate, a liner to first, rope to second, a liner to third, a line smash to short, line back to the pitcher, to first, to second, to third, to short, to the first baseman, to the second baseman, to the third baseman, to the shortstop. He's retired on a fly ball to left, lifted to left. He goes down on the fly ball to center, a fly ball to center. He's retired on the fly to right, a fly ball to right. He boots it. He bobbles it. He drops it. Is that the kind of play you make in the majors? Did he lose it in the roof? He must have lost it in the lights. He's retired on a fly ball to left. He goes down on the fly ball to center. He's retired on the fly to right. The throw gets away. Wild throw. The throw goes wide. Rip to the first base side. A hot smash to the third base side. Smack to the left side. A hot shot up the middle. Rip to the right side. He pops it up. That's clutch hitting. Down the line, fair ball. That could go for extra bases. The ball is well hit. It could be extra bases. Rip deep to left. Hit deep to right. It's hit deep to left. It's going deep to right. It's over the center fielder. The ball's not carrying. A towering fly ball. Over the line. That was crushed. It goes through his legs and into the outfield. He boots it. An infield hit. A smash. Will it be deep enough to move the runner over? A towering pop fly. Home run into the stands in left. It's gone into the right field stands. Home run into the center field bleachers. He did a nice job of going with the pitch. Nice hitting. He managed to make contact. That was a nice piece of hitting. He made contact. He somehow managed to make contact. A game-tying base hit. Probably got a good scare out of that one. Oh, just foul. Refuses to give in. He's got a great eye. A great catch by a fan. This is the matchup we've all been waiting for. Broken bat. He gets the broken bat base hit. He's taken an offer thus far. He's 0 for his first 3 today. He's hitless in 4 trips thus far. He steps up 0 for 5. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's got 2 hits in 3 trips thus far. He comes to the plate with a hit in 4 at-bats. He steps up with a pair of hits on the day. He steps to the plate with 3 hits in his first 4 at-bats. He's 1 for 5 on the day. He heads up 2 for 5 for the ballgame. He's got 3 hits in 5 trips thus far. He's having a darn good game with 4 hits in 5 ABs so far. His performance today shows why he's considered one of the best. He's already knocked a pair of home runs on the day. He's putting on quite a display today. He's already hit 3 home runs. He's powered 4 home runs today. Amazing! He's having the greatest day I've ever seen. He's belted 5 dingers on the day. He's laid down 3 sacrifices on the day. He's put down 4 sacrifices for the ballgame. He steps up with 3 sacrifice flies for the ballgame. He's knocked in 4 runs via the sac fly today. He's hit into a pair of twin killings today. Call him the Rally Killer. He's hit into 3 double plays for the game. Man, is he having a rough day. He's hit into 4 double plays on the day. Is it possible for him to hit into another DP? He's been a catcher's nightmare with 3 steals on the day. What a day on the base paths. He's got 4 steals thus far. He's got an incredible 5 stolen bases in the contest. He's having a tough time hitting with runners in scoring position. His average with runners in scoring position could be better. He's been near unstoppable hitting with runners in scoring position. He's having a great year hitting with ducks on the pond. His average with runners in scoring position has been outstanding. The team is having a tough day. The team has been a little banged up. They haven't been able to get a grip on things. That could hurt the team. Looks like we've got an injured player. Is he okay? He took a pretty good shot there. He might have aggravated an old injury. I wonder if this will hurt his chances for the All-Star team. He appears to have twisted his ankle. It looks like he hurt his back. Oh boy, it looks like the knee. It looks like he hurt his elbow. He appears to have injured his arm. It looks like he banged up his shoulder. He took a good shot to the head. I sure hope he's going to be okay. This injury could really hurt the team's chances. He fouled the ball off himself. That hurts like the dickens. The pinch runner is... He's headed for first base after the beaning. He's headed for the bench. It looks like he's done for today. A player was hurt during the last play. He was injured during the previous play. Whoa! Right in the head. The pitcher's been tossed for that one. He's been thrown out of the game for his dirty play. That hit gets him back in the game. They've taken the lead on that clutch base hit. They add to the lead. That hit knots the score. They grab the lead on the key base hit. They stretch the lead with a timely piece of hitting. The top of the order is coming up. The cleanup man is coming up. Just like that, we're all tied up. We're all even after that big hit. That hit's gotta hurt. The pitcher looks sharp today. He's making them look silly. Time to see if the bats are up to the challenge. They waste a golden opportunity. He came through when it counted. I hope he can shake it off. He gets out of a jam. It looks like he's got his good stuff. He's looking good today. The pitcher is off to a commanding start. He's got his good stuff going. He's off to a rough start. He's looking pretty shaky today. He's off to a great start. He's looked better. What an awful start for the pitcher. He looks terrible right now. Things have looked bad for them from the get-go. This is going to be a tough one for them to come back and win. They're off to a great start. What a fantastic start. What an action-packed contest. They had a great chance in the first inning. This has been a very well-played game. Tough break. They blew a chance to draw even. What a tough way to start the season. You don't get many chances like that. It's been quiet so far. Both teams have really got it going. First of all, what a wild inning. They blew a great chance. Both pitchers are looking sharp. He's going to try to shut him down. He gets out of a jam. They hold on to the lead. Both teams are working hard for the lead. They've taken the lead. A game-tying home run. They seize the lead on the clutch home run. They pad the lead courtesy of the long ball. That blast was crucial. That 2-run homer was big. That 3-run poke was huge. Getting the squeeze down was critical. The fielder's choice was big. That wild pitch was costly. That last error was monstrous. That was a big out. The pitcher's best friend. And a runner's on base. It's time for the big bats to make some noise. At catcher, is he all right? And behind the plate today, can he handle the responsibility? Is he the right man for the job? There's been a defensive change. Coming in to catch, now at first, now at second, now at third, now at short, in left, in center, in right, and now in left field, and now in center field, and now in right field, is now in right field, is now out in left, is now in center. And that's the defensive alignment. The lead has been stretched. At the moment, they are in first place. They're in last place. Although they lost this called game, the guys must be very disappointed with the outcome of today's game. A win is a win, whether it's a called game or not. What a big win. The home run was the big reason for the win. Clutch hitting was the key in today's game. The winning run was scored on a sacrifice fly. The well-timed squeeze opened the door to victory. The daring steal of home was the ballgame's key play. You can't expect a win with pitching like that. I don't think anyone expected pitching that poor. The opposition's bats were quiet today. They were overpowered today. The bats led the way to victory. What a great ballgame. Today's game was one I'll never forget. This is one impressive club. Played a big part in today's victory. Had a great day today. Chipped in with a nice performance. Pitched a great ball game. Hats off to him. The highlight of today's game has to be the perfect game. Today's game ended in spectacular fashion. We've reached the final game of the regular season. We finally reached the last game of the season. Let's hope for a better one next year. They weren't able to get it done this season, but expectations run high for next year. This year's champs. With the playoffs coming up, everybody's excited. He's starting to look a little tense. Only one out to go for the shutout. Only one hurdle left for the no-hitter. He's gotten 26 in a row, just one more to go. He surrendered no hits through 5. He's perfect through 5. He pitches a shutout. Yes, he throws the no-hitter. Unbelievable! A perfect game. He's got 3 innings to go for the no-hitter. He's got 4 innings to go for the perfect game. He's down to the final inning. Only 6 outs to go for the perfect game. The shutout is blown. He's lost the no-hitter. Oh, he's lost the perfect game. He was so close to blanking them. He was so close to the no-no. He was so close to perfection. Amazing! That's his 100th home run. He takes his curtain call. It's absolute bedlam in here. The curveball, the screwball, the forkball, the slider, the sinker, the palm ball, the knuckleball, the slow curve, the splitter, the screwball, the changeup is ripped into the right field stands, is knocked into the stands, is blasted into the left field seats, is ripped out of the yard, is blasted out of here, is shot into the seats in left, is ripped right out of here, gets pummeled into the cheap seats, gets mashed into the stratosphere. Home run! A 2-run homer. A 3-run homer. Grand slam! A game-ending home run. A game-ending 2-run homer. A game-ending 3-run shot. A game-winning home run. A score-tying home run. A leadoff home run. A leadoff dinger. A game-ending shot. A game-ending 2-run shot. A game-ending 3-run shot. That blast'll end the game. A game-winning 2-run dinger. A game-winning 3-run blast. A game-winning blast. They win the game on the 2-run homer. They win the game on the 3-run homer. Awesome! A game-winning grand slam! A game-winning grand slam! Yes, he did it! Unbelievable! Back-to-back home runs. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Incredible! That's 4 in a row. 5 in a row. 6 in a row. Amazing! 7 consecutive home runs. When will it end? That's 8 in a row. Impossible. There goes number 9. That's his 2nd consecutive home run. That's his 3rd dinger in as many at-bats. That's his 4th in a row. That's his 6th hit in a row. That's his 7th hit in a row. Think he's hot? That's his 8th in a row. That's his 9th hit in a row. There's 10. Wow! That's 9 consecutive hits. The season's first home run is, the first blast of the season is, the first of the year, the second of the year, the third of the year, his 4th of the season, his 5th of the season, the 6th on the campaign, his 7th of the season, his 8th of the season, the 9th time this season, his 10th rip of the season, his 11th on the year, his 12th on the year, his 13th of the season, his 14th of the season, his 15th of the season, the 16th of the year, the 17th on the season, the 18th of the campaign, his 19th of the year, the 20th of the season, his 21st thus far, the 22nd of the season, his 23rd of the year, his 24th of the season, his 25th on the year, his 26th of the campaign, the 27th tater of the season, his 28th on the year, his 29th this season, the 30th on the year, the 31st on the season, his 32nd of the year, his 33rd of the season, his 34th of the season, his 35th of the year, his 36th on the year, his 37th for the season, his 38th rip this year, his 39th on the year, his 40th of the season, his 41st of the year, his 42nd of the year, his 43rd of the year, his 44th on the season, his 45th of the season, his 46th on the year, his 47th of the year, his 48th of the season, his 49th on the season, his 50th on the campaign, his 51st of the season, his 52nd of the year, the 53rd of the year, the 54th of the year, his 55th on the campaign, the 56th of the season, the 57th of the year, his 58th of the year, his 59th on the season, his 60th on the year, his 61st of the season, his 62nd on the year, the 63rd of the season, his 64th of the year, the 65th of the year, his 66th on the campaign, his 67th of the season, his 68th on the year, his 69th of the season, the 70th of the season, his 71st of the year, his 72nd on the season, his 73rd of the year, his 74th of the season, the 75th of the season, his 76th on the season, his 77th of the year, his 78th of the season, the 79th of the campaign, the 80th on the year, the 81st of the season, his 82nd on the year, his 83rd of the season, his 84th on the year, his 85th of the season, his 86th of the season, his 87th on the year, his 88th of the year, his 89th of the season, his 90th of the year, his 91st on the year, his 92nd of the year, his 93rd of the campaign, his 94th of the season, his 95th on the year, his 96th of the season, his 97th of the year, his 98th on the year, his 99th of the season, his 100th of the season. He rounds first. He's trying for 3. He makes the turn at third. He's headed for home. He stops at first. He holds at second. He stops at third. The runner goes. He heads back to the base. He's heading back. He changes his mind. Stolen base. A successful steal. Caught stealing. They got him. The runner has advanced into scoring position. There he goes. He got there. He's going. He stole home. A successful double steal. A successful triple steal. He's caught in a rundown. He takes his lead. Defensive indecision cost them that run. The run scores on a busted double play. The runner moves up to second. The runner advances to third. He comes home. He slides into home. Picked him off. He's gunned down. He's in there. He's on board. He's reached second. He's advanced to third. He scores. The runners were unable to advance. He's on his way to second. He rounds second and he's headed for third. He stops at second. He goes all the way to third. He rounds third and he's headed for home. They got him. Double play. He advances all the way to third. He's caught between first and second. He's hung up between second and third. He's caught between third and home. He's busy admiring his shot. High and tight, up and in, inside, down and in, low and inside, right down the pipe, high. That's up. Down over the heart of the plate, low over the middle, up and away. High and outside, outside, low and outside, low and away. Too close to call. He takes the pitch. And strike three. He goes down swinging. A forkball, a curve, a slow curve, a screwball, a slider, a knuckler, a palm ball, a sinker, a changeup, a screwball, a fastball, a splitter, the heat. Wild pitch. Passed ball. The ball gets past the catcher. It gets away from the catcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. Full count. He takes. Strike. He's having a hard time behind the plate today. Passed balls are nothing new to this guy. He's giving the pitcher fits. Just like that, he seems to have lost it. All of a sudden, he's lost out there. He's got some guts throwing that pitch. The batter's helpless against that. The fans in left are going crazy. The fans in right are really making some noise. Listen to that crowd roar. You can hear the groan from the stands. The fans cheer him for his great play. The fans in left are really making some noise. The fans in right are going crazy. Listen to those fans in left. Listen to those fans in right. That really quieted them down. This crowd is going crazy. The team's been playing very well lately. They look unstoppable. So far, they've been unbeatable, and if they win this game, they'll be the first team with 10 wins. If they win this game, they'll get back to 500. If they lose this game, they'll fall under 500. This team is on a roll. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They're on a 10-game winning streak. They're on an impressive 20-game winning streak. They're on a magnificent 40-game winning streak. They're on an astounding 100-game winning streak. I never thought I'd say it, but they've won 161 games in a row. The team's been doing very poorly. What's going on with this team? They have yet to win a game. The team's been on a losing streak. They're on a 5-game losing streak. They're on a 10-game losing streak. They'd better do something about this 20-game losing streak. They've lost 40 in a row. I've never seen anything like it. How does anybody lose 80 games in a row? An unbelievable 100-game losing streak. How long can this possibly last? A 161-game losing streak. Do these guys know what the word win means? From the looks of things, they could stay hot for a while. Right now, they're close to unbeatable. Finally, they've passed 500. It looks like this one's over. They've got a long way to go. The team's in great condition. This team is unbelievably tough. I don't know if anyone can stop them. They're buried in the basement. They're not out of it yet. All the hard work is about to pay off. Their dream is about to be realized. With every out, they're a step closer to the title. The rain's really starting to come down. Looks like we're going to have a rain delay. The umps are discussing the matter. It's really pouring. It's back to baseball. The game's going to be called. They've decided to continue. The rain seems to be slowing down. The rain is gradually stopping. The rain has finally stopped. There are still some clouds, but for now, the rain has stopped. The skies are starting to look a little threatening. Let's get back to the game. You should see these raindrops. They're huge. I wonder how the rain delay will affect the players. The wind is picking up. There's a strong wind blowing. There's a stiff breeze blowing out. The hitters are licking their chops. As usual, we've got a strong breeze blowing. The wind is really starting to howl. It's starting to get a little windier here at the park. Let's see how this affects the players. This wind can make playing the game a little difficult. This wind can be very nasty for the batters. In the middle of the first, at the end of the first inning, in the middle of the second inning, at the end of the second inning, in the middle of the third inning, at the end of the third inning, in the middle of the fourth inning, at the end of the fourth inning, in the middle of the fifth inning, at the end of the 5th inning, in the middle of the 6th inning, at the end of the 6th inning, in the middle of the 7th inning, at the end of the 7th inning, in the middle of the 8th inning, at the end of the 8th inning, in the middle of the 9th inning, at the end of the 10th inning, in the middle of the 11th inning, at the end of the 12th inning, in the middle of the 13th inning, at the end of the 13th inning, in the middle of the 16th inning, at the end of the 16th inning, in the middle of the 17th inning, at the end of the 17th inning, we're about ready to play ball. Everybody's ready to go. The ball game is about to start. In the middle of the 1st inning, at the end of the 1st inning, in the middle of the 2nd inning, at the end of the 2nd inning, in the middle of the 3rd inning, at the end of the 3rd inning, in the middle of the 4th inning, at the end of the 4th inning, in the middle of the 5th inning, at the end of the 5th inning, in the middle of the 6th inning, at the end of the 6th inning, in the middle of the 7th inning, at the end of the 7th inning, in the middle of the 8th inning, at the end of the 8th inning, in the middle of the 9th inning, at the end of the 9th inning, in the middle of the 10th inning, in the middle of the 11th inning, in the middle of the 12th inning, in the middle of the 13th inning, in the middle of the 14th inning, in the middle of the 15th inning, take the lead. Have yet to score. Have the lead. Have taken the lead. Grab the lead. Tie the game. Have tied the game. Have stretched the lead. Are kicking butt and taking names. Draw closer. Fail to catch up. This game's going into extra innings. We're headed for extra innings. We're going into extra frames. He hits for the cycle. He tosses a shutout. They win the slugfest. They win the game in a rout. Woo! They squeak out a close one. The win goes to the win. Win the extra inning affair. Terrific! This is their chance to tie the game. This is their chance to draw even. They can go ahead with a base hit. Let's see if they can get out of this mess. Have an opportunity knocking at the door. Are going to the bullpen. Are bringing up a pinch hitter. In comes the closer. Unbelievable. Doesn't he get it? Well, it looks like he's going to play every card in his hand. They're pulling him with a no-hitter in sight. They're pulling him with a perfect game in sight. They're pulling him with a shutout in sight. They're bringing in a pinch runner. He's losing his stuff. Are going to the pen. He looks like he's gotten his wind back. He's pinch hitting for the cleanup man. Nice job. 1 out, 2 outs. Bases are empty and nobody out. No outs and a runner on first. No outs and a runner on second. No outs and a runner on third. No outs and runners at first and second. No outs and runners on the corners. No outs and runners on second and third. No outs and the bases are loaded. No outs and the bases are juiced. Bases empty and 1 out. 1 out and a runner on first. 1 out and a runner on second. 1 out and a runner on third. 1 out and runners on first and second. 1 out and runners at the corners. 1 out and runners on second and third. 1 out and the bases are loaded. The bases are loaded with only 1 out. 2 outs and the bases are empty. 2 outs and a runner on first. 2 outs and a runner on second. 2 outs and a runner on third. 2 outs and runners on first and second. 2 outs and runners at the corners. 2 outs and runners on second and third. 2 outs and the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The count is no strikes, 1 strike, 2 strikes, no balls, 1 ball, 2 balls, 3 balls, full count. There's 2. There's the pitch. Ball. Strike. There's a little chin music. He is pitching great today. He lost him. Another walk. He walks the batter on 4 pitches. It hurts the pitcher, too. That's a dangerous pitch. He walks in the tying run. He'll want that one back. Have tied the game with the free pass. Have been handed the lead. Get a run given to them. Let's see if he can bounce back. He throws to first. He throws to second. He throws to third. Another pickoff throw. He throws over again. They got him. Easy out. He's tagging. He scores. Amidst all the confusion, they give up a run. The pitcher caught it. The catcher caught it. The first baseman caught it. The second baseman caught it. The third baseman caught it. The shortstop caught it. The left fielder caught it. The center fielder caught it. The right fielder caught it. Ouch! The ball drops in there. The throw to first. The throw to second. The throw to third. The throw to home. Throwing home. He makes it in time. He's out of there. They get two. Double play. Triple play. Close play. One out to go. Will this be the last pitch? He hits it. The ball goes. A high fly ball. It's a little nubber. That's got potential. He goes the other way. He pulls it. He jumps at the first offering. He should show more patience at the plate. The squeeze is on. It worked. He missed it. He bunts. Nice bunt. Smart play. Oh, he missed it. Two-strike bunt attempt. He's retired on the blown bunt attempt. Between first and second, up the middle. Through the hole. Into left center. Into right center. To left field. To right field. A mammoth home run. Going. A sacrifice fly. It's got a push from the wind. The wind brought that back. Can the wind keep it in play? Will the wind bring the ball back or ground ball through the infield? Off the wall. Hooking, slicing. Almost a home run. So close. It was almost touch 'em all time. Will he be the final batter? Base hit. Infield hit. How'd that happen? There's a double. There's a triple. Ground rule double. That was a big base hit. That was a big double. That triple was huge. Game over. 3 outs and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. He struck out the side. 1 runner left on base. 2 runners left on base. They left him loaded. It's out of here to dead center field and it's heading for the right field stands and it's heading for the left field stands and it hits the foul pole and it's a home run. It's a 2-run homer. It's a 3-run homer. It's a grand slam home run. It's a game-ending homer. It's a leadoff home run. It's a first-pitch home run. It's a game-winning home run. It's a game-ending home run. It's a game-ending round tripper. It's a game-winning grand slam. It's a game-ending grand slam. It's a contest-ending grand slam. The pitcher outfoxed him. Have to move the runner over. Have to score a run. Still have pinch hitters on the bench. Still have the closer in the pen. Let's see if they use him. The fans can breathe easy now. Everything's going right for the runner on first has speed. He may try to steal a base here. There's no quit in these guys. They've almost won it. It all comes down to this. There's no way they can lose now. I can't believe it. The ball goes into the stands. Let's see what happens. He's bringing up a pinch hitter. He's emptied his bench. It all rests on his legs. I can't understand this move. The bullpen has been emptied. I don't think he needs a pinch runner. Was roughed up today. Have made a lot of changes. The fans wanted to see more, but the manager says he's through. They're going to the bullpen. He's working the corners. He's got his good forkball. Wow, that had some smoke on it. It looks like he's getting the intentional walk. The catcher's up out of his crouch. That was a risky pitch. Strike right down the pipe. That was a hittable pitch. Just in there. It looks like he left his good location at home. He's looking a bit wild. Another throw over. He wastes one there. Are they going to walk him? He walks him. Nice job. Sure is pitching well today. He's really pitching aggressively. He might be a bit too tense. The tying run is cut down. The runner is cut down. He took too big a lead. The left fielder throws. The center fielder throws. The right fielder throws. The catcher throws. A double play. He was sitting on the curveball. He ripped the curveball. What a hit. They've batted around. That's their 10th hit of the ballgame. He's swinging on 3-0. He hits a little dribbler. Is it out of here? The ball goes high in the air. He hit a really tough pitch. It's over the center fielder. That ball drew chalk. An inside the park home run. How unlucky. They could use another hit. That ball was ripped. It got him. He made him look silly. He should go up there just looking to make contact. What'll the catcher call for here? He got him. That's got to sting like the dickens. The fans in right are going crazy. The fans are making some serious noise. What'll he throw next? Answer back with a run. Answer back with 2 runs. Answer back with 3 runs. Answer back with 4 runs. Answer back with 5 runs. Answer back with 6 runs. Answer back with 7 runs. Answer back with 8 runs. Answer back with 9 runs. Add a run. Add 2 runs. Add 3 runs. Add 4 runs. Add 5 runs. Add 6 runs. Add 7 runs. Add 8 runs. Add 9 runs. Strike. Ball. Foul ball. Fouled out of play. He nicks it. Base hit to center field. Base hit to left. Base hit to center. Base hit to right. In his first at bat. In his second at bat. In his third at bat. He grounded to the pitcher. He grounded back up the box. He grounded to first. He grounded to second. He grounded to third. He grounded to short. Hold on to the lead. Stay ahead. Trail. Have yet to make a dent. Narrowly escape. Take the lead. Fail to capitalize on a golden opportunity. Tie the game. Retie the game. Add another run. Have come back to take the lead. Retake the lead. Add to the lead. Move ahead. Have let them back in the game. Let them tie it up again. Fall further behind. Surrender the lead. Give up the lead again. Are getting crushed. He watches it. He hit the first pitch. Outside. Inside. Foul ball. Fouled out of play. Foul. Back up the middle. He hit it right at him. No outs and a runner on base. He looked bad in his first 2 at-bats. Let's see if he can shake it off. He's reached safely his last 2 times. He's got 1 hit on the day, and he steps up looking for more. He's having a good day as he steps up 2 for 4. The runners advance to second and third. 1 run comes home. A second run comes home. That was a nice piece of hitting. Are running away with it. I think they're out of reach. Are on top, but they would love to get a little extra breathing room. With the win and a little help, they can clinch the title. Don't want to watch someone else's celebration. It's springtime, and that can only mean the start of the baseball season. Today is the first day of the brand new season. With yesterday's electricity still in the air, have to get ready for today's ball game. The fans have not yet recovered from last night's big celebration. With the division wrapped up, the players can concentrate on individual goals. With the playoffs coming up, the players have to stay sharp. They return home today as division champs. With the division clinched, the focus turns to individual achievements. Although eliminated from the postseason dance, these guys can still play spoiler. They will close out the season with tonight's game. Have taken the division. The playoffs lie ahead. It all comes down to this. The division will be decided on the season's final day. This is the start of a pivotal 3-game series. Have a chance to get even in the standings. Have a chance to put the rest of the division to bed. Have a great shot to grab the divisional lead. Have an opportunity to tie for the lead. May break out in front. It's possible that after this series, we'll have a new division leader. Would like nothing more than to close the gap. Would like nothing more than to stretch their lead. The winds have really been gusting today. We've had really high winds at the park today. It could make this one an adventure. We've got a really good pitcher's wind blowing in today. The wind is gusting straight out. The pitchers have their work cut out for them. The wind could play a role in today's game. He looks to be in top form after the big blast in the last game. He's coming off a great day with the bat. He's looking good today. Let's see what he can do. I know he's hoping for a big day today. He looks ready to go. He says he feels close to 100%. He looks like he's on top of his game. He seems to have slipped a little lately. I wonder what the problem is. Pop to the pitcher. Pop to first. Pop to second. Pop to third. Pop to short. This season, the fans have packed the dome for opening day. Well, it's raining outside, but in here, it's always perfect for baseball. Unless the roof collapses, the nasty weather outside shouldn't get in the way of the ball game. We've got some ominous-looking clouds overhead today. It looks like it could rain at any moment. Let's hope it holds off. The wind is whipping outside, but it's perfectly placid here in the dome. It's a nice calm day today with no wind to speak of. We've got partially cloudy skies and very little wind. We've got a thick blanket of clouds and no wind. It started to come down a little bit. I hope it stops soon. It's not the greatest day for baseball, but it should be good enough. We're about ready to get underway. Are they going to put him on? He popped it up. That was a massive blunder. In the middle of the 18th inning, at the end of the 18th inning, in the middle of the 19th inning, at the end of the 19th inning, in the middle of the 20th inning, at the end of the 20th inning, in the middle of the 16th inning, in the middle of the 17th inning, in the middle of the 18th inning. Who will win the ticket to the championship series? It's the playoffs. Anything can happen, and often does. It's down to the final round. Only one of these two teams will earn the right to be called champion. This is the matchup that everyone wants to see. The team that wins this game advances. The loser goes home for the holidays. Will the division title be decided today? They can't afford to lose this one. Will they take the division title? We're into the final inning. Are down to their last chance. Take the field with the division on the line. Will we see some celebrating? I'm sure they want to wrap it up today. I'm sure they want to clinch it here tonight. Will it be celebration time tonight? Will they have to wait for their title? If they don't do it here, there'll be no joy in Mudville tonight. They did it. Have won the division title. They've won the division title with ease. They have clinched the division title in record time. They fought hard to win the division title. Despite the injury-plagued season, they walk away with the title. They have run away with the division title. I don't recall anything like this. They won the title undefeated. They have won the World Series on the road. They have won the World Series at home. Had absolutely no answer. Won the World Series in a sweep. After losing the first 3 games, they come back with 4 straight victories to win the World Series in dramatic fashion. They have gone all the way to the 7th game and won the World Series. In the middle of the inning, at the end of the inning, they've won the pennant! They've taken the pennant on the road. They've won the pennant in front of the hometown fans. Oh, it hurts to lose the World Series. It hurts a little more when you lose the series at home. Well, they had a great year. Losing the series hurts, but they'll be back. Losing the pennant in front of the home fans has to hurt. Oh, it hurts to lose the pennant. Yankees, Orioles, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Tigers, Indians, White Sox, Brewers, Twins, Royals, Rangers, Mariners, A's, Angels, Braves, Expos, Marlins, Mets, Phillies, Cardinals, Astros, Reds, Cubs, Pirates, Padres, Dodgers, Rockies, Giants, American League, National League, Devil Rays, Diamondbacks, New York Yankees, Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, Toronto Blue Jays, Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Indians, Chicago White Sox, Milwaukee Brewers, Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, Oakland A's, Anaheim Angels, Atlanta Braves, Montreal Expos, Florida Marlins, New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies, St. Louis Cardinals, Houston Astros, Cincinnati Reds, Chicago Cubs, Pittsburgh Pirates, San Diego Padres, Los Angeles Dodgers, Colorado Rockies, San Francisco Giants, American League All-Stars, National League All-Stars, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Arizona Diamondbacks. The Yankees, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Tigers, the Indians, the White Sox, the Brewers, the Twins, the Royals, the Rangers, the Mariners, the A's, the Angels, the Braves, the Expos, the Marlins, the Mets, the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Astros, the Reds, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Rockies, the Giants, the American League, the National League, the Devil Rays, the Diamondbacks, the New York Yankees, the Baltimore Orioles, the Boston Red Sox, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Detroit Tigers, the Cleveland Indians, the Chicago White Sox, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Minnesota Twins, the Kansas City Royals, the Texas Rangers, the Seattle Mariners, the Oakland A's, the Anaheim Angels, the Atlanta Braves, the Montreal Expos, the Florida Marlins, the New York Mets, the Philadelphia Phillies, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Houston Astros, the Cincinnati Reds, the Chicago Cubs, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the San Diego Padres, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Colorado Rockies, the San Francisco Giants, the American League All-Stars, the National League All-Stars, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the Arizona Diamondbacks. David Cone, Cone. Andy Pettit, Pettit. David Wells, Wells. Dwight Gooden, Gooden. Kenny Rogers, Rogers. Graham Lloyd, Lloyd. Jeff Nelson, Nelson. Mariano Rivera, Rivera. Joe Girardi, Girardi. Jorge Posada, Posada. Tino Martinez, Martinez. Mariano Duncan, Duncan. Wade Boggs, Boggs. Derek Jeter, Jeter. Cecil Fielder, Fielder. Pat Kelly, Kelly. Charlie Hayes, Hayes. Luis Soho, Soho. Darryl Strawberry, Strawberry. Bernie Williams, Williams. Paul O'Neill, O'Neill. Tim Raines, Raines. Ruben Rivera, Rivera. Mark Whitten, Whitten. Mike Musina, Musina. Jimmy Key, Key. Scott Erickson, Erickson. Rocky Coppinger, Coppinger. Sean Bosky, Bosky. Arthur Rhodes, Rhodes. Jesse Orozco, Orozco. Randy Myers, Myers. Chris Hoyles, Hoyles. Lenny Webster, Webster. Rafael Palmero, Palmero. Roberto Alomar, Alomar. Cal Ripken, Ripken. Mike Bordick, Bordick. Pete Incaviglia, Incaviglia. Jeff Rebele, Rebele. Kelly Gruber, Gruber. Willis Otanez, Otanez. BJ Surhoff, Surhoff. Brady Anderson, Anderson. Eric Davis, Davis. Jeffrey Hammonds, Hammonds. Jerome Walton, Walton. Tony Tarasco, Tarasco. Tom Gordon, Gordon. Tim Wakefield, Wakefield. Steve Avery, Avery. Aaron Seeley, Seeley. John Wasden, Wasden. Pat Mahomes, Mahomes. Mark Brandenburg, Brandenburg. Heathcliff Slocum, Slocum. Bill Hasselman, Hasselman. Mike Stanley, Stanley. Mo Vaughn, Vaughn. John Valentin, Valentin. Tim Nering, Nering. Nomar Garciaparra, Garciaparra. Reggie Jefferson, Jefferson. Jeff Fry, Fry. Walt McKeel, McKeel. Archimedes Pozo, Pozo. Will Cordero, Cordero. Shane Mack, Mack. Rudy Pemberton, Pemberton. Jesus Tavares, Tavares. Darren Bragg, Bragg. Troy O'Leary, O'Leary. Pat Hentgen, Hentgen. Roger Clemens, Clemens. Juan Guzman, Guzman. Eric Hansen, Hansen. Woody Williams, Williams. Tim Crabtree, Crabtree. Dan Plesac, Plesac. Mike Timlin, Timlin. Benito Santiago, Santiago. Charlie O'Brien, O'Brien. Joe Carter, Carter. Carlos Garcia, Garcia. Ed Sprague, Sprague. Alex Gonzalez, Gonzalez. Carlos Delgado, Delgado. Juan Samuel, Samuel. Tomas Perez, Perez. Felipe Crespo, Crespo. Orlando Merced, Merced. Otis Nixon, Nixon. Sean Green, Green. Robert Perez, Perez. Jacob Brumfield, Brumfield. Shannon Stewart, Stewart. Doug Brocale, Brocale. Justin Thompson, Thompson. Omar Oliveras, Oliveras. Willie Blair, Blair. Brian Muller, Muller. Felipe Lira, Lira. Dan Maselli, Maselli. Todd Jones, Jones. Brian Johnson, Johnson. Matt Walbeck, Walbeck. Tony Clark, Clark. Damian Easley, Easley. Travis Fryman, Fryman. Orlando Miller, Miller. Phil Nevin, Nevin. Jody Reed, Reed. Dave Hayek, Hayek. Davy Cruz, Cruz. Bob Higginson, Higginson. Brian Hunter, Hunter. Melvin Nieves, Nieves. Vince Coleman, Coleman. Curtis Pride, Pride. Bubba Trammell, Trammell. Charles Nagy, Nagy. Oral Hershiser, Hershiser. Jack McDowell, McDowell. Chad OJ, OJ. Albie Lopez, Lopez. Eric Plunk, Plunk. Paul Ossenmacher, Ossenmacher. Jose Mesa, Mesa. Sandy Alomar, Alomar. Pat Borders, Borders. Jim Tomey, Tomey. Julio Franco, Franco. Matt Williams, Williams. Omar Vizquel, Vizquel. Kevin Seitzer, Seitzer. Tony Fernandez, Fernandez. Herbert Perry, Perry. Damian Jackson, Jackson. David Justice, Justice. Marquise Grissom, Grissom. Manny Ramirez, Ramirez. Kevin Mitchell, Mitchell. Chad Curtis, Curtis. Brian Giles, Giles. Jamie Navarro, Navarro. Wilson Alvarez, Alvarez. James Baldwin, Baldwin. Doug Drabeck, Drabeck. Mike Bertotti, Bertotti. Matt Karchner, Karchner. Roger McDowell, McDowell. Roberto Hernandez, Hernandez. Ron Karkovice, Karkovice. Tony Pena, Pena. Frank Thomas, Thomas. Ray Durham, Durham. Robin Ventura, Ventura. Ozzie Guillen, Guillen. Gene Shaw, Shaw. Greg Norton, Norton. Chris Snopek, Snopek. Norberto Martin, Martin. Albert Bell, Bell. Dave Martinez, Martinez. Tony Phillips, Phillips. Lyle Mouton, Mouton. Darren Lewis, Lewis. Harold Baines, Baines. Ben McDonald, McDonald. Scott Carl, Carl. Cal Eldred, Eldred. Jeff D'Amico, D'Amico. Steve Sparks, Sparks. Bryce Flory, Flory. Bob Wickman, Wickman. Mike Fetters, Fetters. Mike Matheny, Matheny. Kelly Stinnett, Stinnett. John Jaha, Jaha. Fernando Vina, Vina. Jeff Cirillo, Cirillo. Jose Valentine, Valentine. Dave Nielsen, Nielsen. Jack Voigt, Voigt. Jesse Levis, Levis. Mark Loretta, Loretta. Mark Newfield, Newfield. Chuck Carr, Carr, Jeremy Burnitz. Burnitz, Todd Dunn. Dunn, Gerald Williams. Williams, Matt Meeske. Meeske, Brad Radke. Radke, Bob Tewksbury. Tewksbury, Scott Aldred. Aldred, Frank Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Rich Robertson. Robertson, Eddie Guardado. Guardado, Mike Trombley. Trombley, Rick Aguilera. Aguilera, Terry Steinbach. Steinbach, Greg Myers. Myers, Scott Stahoviak. Stahoviak, Chuck Knobloch. Knobloch, Todd Walker. Walker, Pat Mears. Mears, Greg Colbrun. Colbrun, Mike Durant. Durant, Ron Coomer. Coomer, Denny Hocking. Hocking, Marty Cordova. Cordova, Rich Becker. Becker, Matt Lawton. Lawton, Paul Molitor. Molitor, Roberto Kelly. Kelly, Brent Breed. Breed, Kevin Apier. Apier, Tim Belcher. Belcher, Chris Haney. Haney, Jose Rosado. Rosado, Ippolito Pachardo. Pachardo, Doug Johns. Johns, Jaime Bluma. Bluma, Jeff Montgomery. Montgomery, Mike McFarlane. McFarlane, Mike Sweeney. Sweeney, Jeff King. King, Jose Offerman. Offerman, Craig Paquette. Paquette, Jay Bell. Bell, Joe Vidiello. Vidiello, Bip Roberts. Roberts, Scott Cooper. Cooper, David Howard. Howard, Tom Goodwin. Goodwin, Johnny Damon. Damon, Jermaine Dye. Dye, John Nunnally. Nunnally, Rod Myers. Myers, Chili Davis. Davis, Ken Hill. Hill, John Burkett. Burkett, Roger Pavlik. Pavlik, Darren Oliver. Oliver, Bobby Witt. Witt, Xavier Hernandez. Hernandez, Ed Vosberg. Vosberg, John Wetland. Wetland, Yvonne Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Henry Mercedes. Mercedes, Will Clark. Clark, Mark McLemore. McLemore, Dean Palmer. Palmer, Benji Gill. Gill, Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton, Billy Ripkin. Ripkin, Mike Sims. Sims, Dave Silvestri. Silvestri, Rusty Greer. Greer, Damon Buford. Buford, Juan Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Lee Stevens. Stevens, Mike Devereaux. Devereaux, Warren Newson. Newson, Randy Johnson. Johnson, Jeff Facero. Facero, Jamie Moyer. Moyer, Scott Sanders. Sanders, Bob Wolcott. Wolcott, Bob Wells. Wells, Bobby Ayala. Ayala, Norm Charlton. Charlton, Dan Wilson. Wilson, John Marzano. Marzano, Paul Sorrento. Sorrento, Joey Cora. Cora, Russ Davis. Davis, Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Edgar Martinez. Martinez, Brent Gates. Gates, Mike Blowers. Blowers, Andy Sheets. Sheets, Lee Tinsley. Tinsley, Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey, Jay Buhner. Buhner, Jose Cruz Jr. Cruz, Rich Amaral. Amaral, Lou Frazier. Frazier, Ariel Prieto. Prieto, Steve Carsey. Carsey, Willie Adams. Adams, Mike Muller. Muller, Don Wengert. Wengert. Dave Tailgater. Tailgater. Buddy Groom. Groom. Billy Taylor. Taylor. George Williams. Williams. Izzy Molina. Molina. Mark McGuire. McGuire. Scott Spezio. Spezio. Scott Brocious. Brocious. Tony Batista. Batista. Dave Valley. Valley. Frank Catalanato. Catalanato. Dave Magadan. Magadan. Raphael Bornegal. Bornegal. Jason Giambi. Giambi. Ernie Young. Young. Jose Canseco. Canseco. Matt Stairs. Stairs. Damon Mayshore. Mayshore. Geronimo Baroa. Baroa. Chuck Finley. Finley. Mark Langston. Langston. Mark Gubiza. Gubiza. Alan Watson. Watson. Jason Dixon. Dixon. Mike Holtz. Holtz. Mike James. James. Troy Percival. Percival. Jim Leyritz. Leyritz. George Fabregas. Fabregas. Darren Erstad. Erstad. Randy Velarde. Velarde. Dave Hollins. Hollins. Gary DiSarcina. DiSarcina. Eddie Murray. Murray. Luis Alicea. Alicea. George Arias. Arias. Robert Einhorn. Einhorn. Garrett Anderson. Anderson. Jim Edmonds. Edmonds. Tim Salmon. Salmon. Todd Green. Green. Orlando Palmero. Palmero. Jack Howell. Howell. Greg Maddox. Maddox. Tom Glavin. Glavin. John Smoltz. Smoltz. Denny Nagel. Nagel. Terrell Wade. Wade. Brad Klontz. Klontz. Alan Embry. Embry. Mark Wohlers. Wohlers. Javier Lopez. Lopez. Eddie Perez. Perez. Fred McGriff. McGriff. Mark Lemke. Lemke. Chipper Jones. Jones. Jeff Blauser. Blauser. Randall Simon. Simon. Mike Mordecai. Mordecai. Ed Giovanola. Giovanola. Raphael Belliard. Belliard. Ryan Klesko. Klesko. Kenny Lofton. Lofton. Andrew Jones. Jones. Michael Tucker. Tucker. Keith Lockhart. Lockhart. Danny Bautista. Bautista. Pedro Martinez. Martinez. Jim Bollinger. Bollinger. Real Cormier. Cormier. Carlos Perez. Perez. Omar Dahl. Dahl. Lee Smith. Smith. Dave Veers. Veers. Uget Urbina. Urbina. Darren Fletcher. Fletcher. Chris Widger. Widger. David Sagi. Sagi. Mike Lansing. Lansing. Shane Andrews. Andrews. Mark Grzelenic. Grzelenic. Joe Orsolak. Orsolak. Geronimo Pena. Pena. Torrey Lovolo. Lovolo. Andy Stankiewicz. Stankiewicz. Henry Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Rondell White. White. Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero. Doug Strange. Strange. F.P. Santangelo. Santangelo. Sherman Obando. Obando. Kevin Brown. Brown. Al Leiter. Leiter. Alex Fernandez. Fernandez. Pat Rapp. Rapp. Kurt Miller. Miller. Jay Powell. Powell. Dennis Cook. Cook. Rob Nen. Nen. Charles Johnson. Johnson. Greg Zahn. Zahn. Jeff Conine. Conine. Luis Castillo. Castillo. Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla. Edgar Renteria. Renteria. Cliff Floyd. Floyd. Ralph Milliard. Milliard. Alex Arias. Arias. Kurt Abbott. Abbott. Moises Alou. Alou. Devon White. White. Gary Sheffield. Sheffield. Bob Nadel. Nadel. John Cangelosi. Cangelosi. Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich. Pete Harnish. Harnish. Mark Clark. Clark. Bobby Jones. Jones. Armando Reynoso. Reynoso. Dave Malicki. Malicki. Barry Manuel. Manuel. Greg McMichael. McMichael. John Franco. Franco. Todd Hundley. Hundley. Alberto Castillo. Castillo. John Olerud. Olerud. Carlos Baerga. Baerga. Butch Husky. Husky. Ray Ordonez. Ordonez. Roberto Pettagini. Pettagini. Manny Alexander. Alexander. Edgardo Alfonso. Alfonso. Jason Hardkey. Hardkey. Bernard Gilkey. Gilkey. Lance Johnson. Johnson. Alex Ochoa. Ochoa. Andy Tomberlin. Tomberlin. Carl Everett. Everett. Jay Payton. Payton. Kurt Schilling. Schilling. Mark Portugal. Portugal. Mark Leiter. Leiter. Calvin Maduro. Maduro. Bobby Munoz. Munoz. Ken Ryan. Ryan. Ron Blazier. Blazier. Ricky Batalico. Batalico. Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal. Mark Parent. Parent. Rico Bronya. Bronya. Mickey Morandini. Morandini. Scott Rowland. Rowland. Kevin Stocker. Stocker. Darren Dalton. Dalton. David Doster. Doster. Kevin Sefcik. Sefcik. Desi Relaford. Relaford. Greg Jeffries. Jeffries. Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra. Danny Tartable. Tartable. Ricky Otero. Otero. Wendell McGee. McGee. Rex Hudler. Hudler. Andy Bennis. Bennis. Todd Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre. Donovan Osborne. Osborne. Alan Bennis. Bennis. TJ Matthews. Matthews. Tony Fossas. Fossas. Rick Honeycutt. Honeycutt. Dennis Eckersley. Eckersley. Tom Pagnazzi. Pagnazzi. Tom Lampkin. Lampkin. John Mabry. Mabry. Delano DeShields. DeShields. Gary Gaetti. Gaetti. Royce Clayton. Clayton. Dimitri Young. Young. Steve Scarsoni. Scarsoni. David Bell. Bell. Ray Holbert. Holbert. Ron Gant. Gant. Ray Lankford. Lankford. Brian Jordan. Jordan. Roberto Mahia. Mahia. Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke. Willie McGee. McGee. Shane Reynolds. Reynolds. Mike Hampton. Hampton. Daryl Kyle. Kyle. Sid Fernandez. Fernandez. Chris Holt. Holt. Jose Lima. Lima. John Hudek. Hudek. Billy Wagner. Wagner. Brad Osmus. Osmus. Tony Eusebio. Eusebio. Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell. Craig Biggio. Biggio. Sean Barry. Barry. Pat Listash. Listash. Tim Bogar. Bogar. Luis Lopez. Lopez. Bill Spires. Spires. Ricky Gutierrez. Gutierrez. Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Derek Bell. Bell. Bob Abreu. Abreu. Ray Montgomery. Montgomery. Thomas Howard. Howard. James Mouton. Mouton. Jose Rijo. Rijo. John Smiley. Smiley. Dave Burba. Burba. Pete Shurik. Shurik. Ricky Bonus. Bonus. Kevin Jarvis. Jarvis. Jeff Shaw. Shaw. Jeff Brantley. Brantley. Eddie Tobbensee. Tobbensee. Joe Oliver. Oliver. Hal Morris. Morris. Brett Boone. Boone. Willie Green. Green. Barry Larkin. Larkin. Eduardo Perez. Perez. Lenny Harris. Harris. Jeff Branson. Branson. Pokey Reese. Reese. Ruben Sierra. Sierra. Deion Sanders. Sanders. Reggie Sanders. Sanders. Ozzie Timmons. Timmons. Curtis Goodwin. Goodwin. Eric Owens. Owens. Steve Traxel. Traxel. Kevin Tapani. Tapani. Frank Castillo. Castillo. Terry Mulholland. Mulholland. Kevin Foster. Foster. Terry Adams. Adams. Turk Wendell. Wendell. Mel Rojas. Rojas. Scott Service. Service. Tyler Houston. Houston. Mark Grace. Grace. Ryan Sandberg. Sandberg. Kevin Ori. Ori. Sean Dunstan. Dunstan. Brooks Kieschnick. Kieschnick. Ray Sanchez. Sanchez. Dave Hansen. Hansen. Jose Hernandez. Hernandez. Brant Brown. Brown. Brian McRae. McRae. Sammy Sosa. Sosa. Doug Glanville. Glanville. Dave Clark. Clark. Robin Jennings. Jennings. John Lieber. Lieber. Steve Cook. Cook. Esteban Loaiza. Loaiza. Francisco Cordova. Cordova. Jason Schmidt. Schmidt. Rich Loisel. Loisel. Jeff Granger. Granger. John Eriks. Eriks. Jason Kendall. Kendall. Keith Osick. Osick. Mark Johnson. Johnson. Tony Womack. Womack. Joe Randa. Randa. Kevin Elster. Elster. Mark Smith. Smith. Kevin Young. Young. Dale Swaim. Swaim. Esteban Beltre. Beltre. Al Martin. Martin. Jermaine Allensworth. Allensworth. Jose Guillen. Guillen. Manny Martinez. Martinez. Midre Cummings. Cummings. Keith Mitchell. Mitchell. Joey Hamilton. Hamilton. Andy Ashby. Ashby. Sterling Hitchcock. Hitchcock. Fernando Valenzuela. Valenzuela. Tim Worrell. Worrell. Doug Bachler. Bachler. Dario Veras. Veras. Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman. John Flaherty. Flaherty. Don Slott. Slott. Wally Joyner. Joyner. Kilvio Veras. Veras. Ken Caminetti. Caminetti. Chris Gomez. Gomez. Archie Sinfranco. Sinfranco. Renee Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Scott Livingstone. Livingstone. Craig Shipley. Shipley. Greg Vaughn. Vaughn. Steve Finley. Finley. Tony Gwynn. Gwynn. Ricky Henderson. Henderson. Chris Jones. Jones. Phil Plantier. Plantier. Ramon Martinez. Martinez. Hideo Nomo. Nomo. Ishmael Valdez. Valdez. Pedro Estacio. Estacio. Chan Ho Park. Park. Scott Radinsky. Radinsky. Darren Dryford. Dryford. Todd Worrell. Worrell. Mike Piazza. Piazza. Tom Prince. Prince. Eric Caros. Caros. Wilton Guerrero. Guerrero. Todd Zeal. Zeal. Greg Gagney. Gagney. Nelson Liriano. Liriano. Chad Fonville. Fonville. Juan Castro. Castro. Chip Hale. Hale. Todd Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth. Brett Butler. Butler. Raul Mondesi. Mondesi. Billy Ashley. Ashley. Roger Cedeno. Cedeno. Wayne Kirby. Kirby. Kevin Ritz. Ritz. Bill Swift. Swift. Mark Thompson. Thompson. Jamie Wright. Wright. Roger Bailey. Bailey. Steve Reed. Reed. Mike Munoz. Munoz. Bruce Ruffin. Ruffin. Kurt Manwaring. Manwaring. Jeff Reed. Reed. Andres Galarraga. Galarraga. Eric Young. Young. Vinny Castilla. Castilla. Walt Weiss. Weiss. John Vanderwall. Vanderwall. Jason Bates. Bates. Darnell Coles. Coles. Neffy Perez. Perez. Ellis Burks. Burks. Larry Walker. Walker. Dante Bichette. Bichette. Derek Gibson. Gibson. Quentin McCracken. McCracken. Harvey Pulliam. Pulliam. Mark Gardner. Gardner. Sean Estes. Estes. Osvaldo Fernandez. Fernandez. William Van Landingham. Van Landingham. Kirk Reeder. Reeder. Julian Tavares. Tavares. Jim Poole. Poole. Rod Beck. Beck. Rick Wilkins. Wilkins. Marcus Jensen. Jensen. J.T. Snow. Snow. Jeff Kent. Kent. Mark Lewis. Lewis. Jose Vizcaino. Vizcaino. Desi Wilson. Wilson. Jay Canizero. Canizero. Bill Miller. Miller. Rich Aurelia. Aurelia. Barry Bonds. Bonds. Daryl Hamilton. Hamilton. Glen Allen Hill. Hill. Stan Javier. Javier. Marvin Bernard. Bernard. Dave McCarty. McCarty.